morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Paul Simon Phiri, an author. I'm also a graduate from the University of Zambia. I did educational management and administration. Well, I had this passion of writing, I think way back in 24 when I was doing literature and English. So by then, I just used to write, putting things just in the diary. And of course, I had this perception of thinking that authorship in Zambia is quite expensive. You need to have a lot of resources to have this. So it was something that almost my passion and desire was dying. When I landed, one time I was just facing through Facebook, and I landed on this page, Authorship and Career Network. So I was just looking at some of the things that they were putting there. Then there was a contact to say, if you want to publish with us, you can contact us. So I contacted them. The hospitality was all right and good with them, and I think it's one of the reasons that has made me to stick to them. So of course, knowing that authorship carries a lot of resources at the background of it, so I started with the first book. It was then just a manuscript in my laptop. So I shared with them. They gave a welcome feedback about it, and they gave me this vision to say it's possible to publish this book. And well, I looked for resources then. Then they just told me to say, you don't need to have a lot of resources to publish your book. And actually, it's the first publishing house per se, I can say that they told me openly to say, you do not need a lot of money to become an author. And this is a message until now that I've kept and that I've also shared with other people. Well, fast forward, we started working on the book, and my first book was It Is Never Enough, Healing from the Pain of Losing a Loved One. Actually, it's one of the books that they worked with it patiently. The cover design came out, and you see, one of the interesting part with authorship and career network is something that they'll dialogue with you. They'll not do something without your permission. So they could engage me, how do you look at the cover, how do you look at this, and so on and so forth. So that made me comfortable because they didn't make me to look as if I don't know anything. But actually they made me to be in charge of the same work that I was doing. So until the book finally was released, we made a lot of sales, and they were there as well to promote it for me, advertise it for me. They even looked for clients for me. And over the same first book is I even had a book launch for it. They were also on top of that, and I'm still yet to research, but to my own knowledge, I think it's one of the publishing house that gives a certificate when you are a published author. It was an honor to receive a certificate from them. It was a certificate of appreciation, a certificate to recognize me as an author, and a certificate to confirm that I'm a published author. Then I had also a second book, which also came back to them. They also worked on it, did a revised layout of it. It is also selling, and it is with them. One thing that I can say about authorship and being an author that I am, especially in relation to authorship and career network, is simple. Number one, fidelity to the art. It's one of the people that I have seen, not even to entice the viewers, but it's something that I've seen that they're not money oriented, but they're service oriented. They almost reach a point where they were saying, we are going to do this, then you're going to pay us later. Something that I've not seen usual. The second thing that I've seen about them is they're faithful to their core. Impossibility, our possibility. You see, it was impossible for me to think I can be an author, but they told me to say it is possible, and we are going to do it, and they made sure that remained. Number three, a relationship. They are good in maintaining relationship. When I'm with them, I don't feel like I'm a client. I feel like I'm a family member. I remember when I was in my third year, I even had the courage to actually do internship with them. I did administrative and management internship with them. That also made me to be part of the family until today. So whenever I've got a concern regarding authorship, whenever I have a manuscript that I'm working on, I always keep in touch with them, and the reception that is given is something that has always overwhelmed me. Well, what could be my advice to the viewers out there is simple. Number one, if you are an upcoming author or even an established author, I think you might be interested to consider getting in touch with Authorship and Career Network, and just have to check off what they do and what they can do to your work. Otherwise, allow me to borrow their theme or their motto: impossibility or possibility. I want to tell you, if you're watching this, I never thought that I can be an author, but I am. It is because they assured me that that impossibility to them is a possibility. And it's true, you can become anything if you remain faithful to your core, you remain faithful to your calling, you remain faithful to what you want to do. Authorship and Career Network will be there to serve you. Thank you.